Hey guys, good afternoon. I think it's afternoon. I'm headed out again from Melo's house. Boys are relieved to get out of that apartment. And I mean these evil things. And it's as I tell you, this woman is a 30-year, at least a 30-year friend, and she's involved in this. And every day, I get to see her more and more. And I keep harping on the fact that a lot of tired individuals don't know how close these things are to them that's doing this targeting and stuff. The security people in this building is involved, and all night long I can hear somebody in the hallway. When I wake up 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you hear them outside the door running. The elevator's always going, so they constantly coming in now with them phones targeting us. As I said, security and everything, and with this thing going on, security's involved too. Now, I've been trying to upload videos for the last, I think, 3 or 4 days. I tried to upload videos at Dunkin' Donuts, and they cut off the free Wi-Fi there. And yesterday I tried to upload at McDonald's, and they cut off the free Wi-Fi there. So I'm trying to see can I walk down to the library and upload some videos today. Now, as I said, every day I notice Ella's more and more involved. She keeps confirming my suspicions. And, of course, we have 2 Comcast trucks out here. And we know Comcast keep me monitored 24/7, Comcast and AT&T. Ella being involved. Now she doesn't want me. Now, she has a thing about me using, because as a friend, I don't understand why I could not use her internet. But she has a thing about me being on her computer, and her computer has been hacked into, and she's not trying to do anything about it. There's a lot of times when I was on there, and I showed her that they've been beating her out her money. Now, she pays $200 to RCN, and she don't have Wi-Fi. She's not trying to get Wi-Fi, paying $200 a month. She has no McAfee security systems on there, and then even though she's paying for it through RCN, they're not giving it to her, and she doesn't complain. So as I said, and then when God wants me to do something, I'm able to do it anyway. And as I said, they saw me looking up some information that they really didn't want me to have. So, of course, I had to hurry up and get off a computer. Today, I need to make telephone calls, and I try to take care of some business or try to find things on the telephone. She's complaining, just like my cousins were, to get off my phone. So, they like me being there in these different situations so they can try to control me and put them phones, harass us with the phones, but they don't want you to be in a place where you can find out things or really do things. So I know more and more every day that she knows exactly what's going on, because it's getting to the point where I can't be on her computer at all. And today she told me about the phone. And even she told me I couldn't take a roll of toilet paper with me because I've been having trouble. You guys know that stuff come up, and I've been having trouble with the sinuses now. She says I couldn't take a roll of toilet paper. Really? The thing is, this attitude that she has, now you guys know that I'm a fighter. You know that I don't put up with a whole lot of things. But it's one thing about being a warrior. It's one thing about being with God. You can't jump out there and fight all the time. You have to pick your battles. You have to use tactics. And sometimes you have to work with your enemies. You know what they're trying to do, and ain't no sense, because you're going to run into them everywhere. So ain't no sense burning no bridges. Even they ain't no good bridges, but you don't want to burn them, because you still need to use people, even your enemies sometimes. So I bite my tongue under a lot of them different situations. Even though it makes me a little angry, I hold it in. Because I know they're going to get theirs in the end. But I know that I might need something else from them. And that's it. Even with in the Bible, when David went through that to his enemy, and he went to that king, and he worked for the king, you just have to play act sometimes. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. They play act like they love you, act like they care. So you have to play the same game they play. You can't get angry. Not at everything. You can't get mad. And you can't get revenge all the time. You can't do eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Because if you cut out, they cut your eye and you cut out one of them, ain't nobody saying nothing. And then, ain't nothing happening. And I need things to keep moving. I need to keep on being in a position where I can get the things I need. Because even though she don't want me on the phone or using a computer, every now and then, she'll let me get a little bit. And that little bit is all I need to take care of my business. So I'm not going to squawk. I'm not going to holler. I'm not going to fuss and fight. So, don't think I'm a pushover, you guys, because I just complain. And you say you stand there and you ain't doing nothing. Well, I am doing something. I'm taking care of my business. I don't care how slow the crawl had to be as long as I'm crawling. But yesterday I made a video about the signs coming down. Remember, I came through here today and I showed you that they had the signs that if you don't live in the neighborhood, get out. I changed that same evening that I made the video. When I came back this way, the sign was gone. Also, I made a video yesterday when I went to the church and they told me that, the church was closed. The door was closed. The door was locked. They even run around at that for getting the shelter yesterday. But the sign was taken down there. They had a sign that said, refugees and immigrants welcome. And I had to take that picture too. I had to take that video where it's in refugees and immigrants welcome. But they were saying that I had to get on a waiting list. So if you're welcoming everybody, it just doesn't seem right. So yesterday when I go by that church, I'll load that video if I can. The sign was torn down, but you can see when I took the video yesterday, you can see they tore it down in such a hurry that they left part of it. So it's the thing about signs that I record, like the one to get out the neighborhood if you don't belong here, and the one about the refugees and immigrants. They tore them down really in a hurry. Because when I load that video, you'll see that part at the top of that, where the flyer, whatever it is still there. So I tell them all the time, once you've done something, once you put your fingerprints on it, they're there. You can't take them off. Your fingerprints, you keep putting your fingerprints on everything, can't take them off. Now I was at the shelter. They told me to be there at 1 o'clock. I got there about 12:18. And then I walked to the church, as I said, and then they told me I was only notified by the grace of God that I saw somebody going inside, though. And you know, in this neighborhood, they don't lock no churches up. Well, at any rate, I looked up and seen they were going through another door and asked somebody. So someone came around the front and told me that I had to go to another church and that be there 1:30. I walked to that church. I think I got there at 12:30. So maybe 1 o'clock. No, it's a little earlier than that. And their door was locked. It's the other church. But again, I asked somebody on the street, and this was a Sunday. Why are the church doors locked on Sunday? You know, this is doing service hours. Why would your church doors in this neighborhood be locked on a Sunday? So I go. The last video I made, it was kind of shaky. I hope when I'm walking, you guys can see some of the things I'm saying. But I get there early. I'm the first one there. I got there before the people from the shelter came. Miss Linda, who should be running over at the shelter park, said that, gave her name and stuff, and then she told me that she'll finish the process of intake later on. I'm the first one there, and about 50 people showed up yesterday at the shelter, and you know all of them were not homeless. You can tell by the way some dressed, some attitude. A couple was maybe military, one looked like military. Uh, uh, you can tell they weren't, I feel weren't homeless. Now there were some homeless mixed in with some other folks with their phones, their smartphones. But I was the first one there, and I was the last one to get into the intake for them to interview me and another girl, and she was homeless. Me and another girl, we were the last ones, but I was listening. And what I wanted to do was start investigating these shelters, because I think God keeps sending me to collect evidence on this whole satanic system. There's a lot of luggage again. Luggage everywhere, big bags everywhere, backpacks everywhere. Oh, but I was just sitting around paying attention, being observant, which I am, and I wanted to talk to some of the homeless people to see exactly what was going on, because I knew the people that looked like they wasn't really there was going to give me misinformation. Like I said, I got there first, and I wind up, excuse me, I wind up getting waited on last. And they do that because they like to hold me in a lot of places, even restaurants. They try to hold me in front of the register. They try to hold me, just, you know, I'm always the last because they like me being where I'm at, because they look like they somebody paying them or something. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know exactly how it's happening. But it's just like they're holding me there to get these other things so they can pass me with this phone. And it's really, that's what I want to do today. I want to see how many people walking around with their phones in their hands. Because that's the thing. They haven't been doing it lately, like these people here with their colors on. They haven't been doing it lately because I've been recording it. So I want to see, can I catch a lot of them today with the phones in their hands. But as I said, I wanted to talk to the real people, the real homeless, and see what's going on. So after everyone left, after they finally gave me my interview, here you go one, there's people there. After they gave me my interview, where was I going? Oh, after they gave me my interview, I talked to, they gave me a list of things to share. Now, I already told them I was evicted illegally, and I needed to see a legal aid lawyer or something that, or lawyer for people who don't have funds. So they gave me the information of two, I'll show you that later. They gave me the information of two, supposed to be lawyers for Coalition for the Poor, or needy or homeless, whatever. And they gave me a few leads supposed to be on shelters that I can go to. Some that I had to wait like them to get on the wait list, and a few that I can go to immediately. So once I left there, one of the girls I started talking to, and I really wanted to talk to her because she seemed to think the same way and feel the same way as I do about what's going on. So what they did was, Miss Linda, who runs the organization at the shelter, called me up. She told me to stay away from her, that she wasn't number trouble. And you know what? My spider senses went up. Because she talking and got the same attitude I got. And these people at the shelter telling me to stay away from her, that she's a liar, then I know y'all up to something. Because I don't believe in people coming, trying to tell me who to stay away from. Because if they do, there must be some reason that something going on, especially if I know she's talking like me. So, later on when we left, I met Linda at the McDonald's on Halstead, Fulton and Halstead. And Oh, yeah, they didn't let me get the Wi-Fi in that McDonald's either. But I met her there, and we talked. And she asked me to show her the list of the places that they gave me to go for shelter. And wow, one of the places she told me is infested with bed bugs. So many bed bugs that they eat your face off. And if you bring something there to spray the bed bugs, that they will confiscate it and put you out of that shelter. She said for me to go to the bed bug registry and check how many places have these bed bugs. And she said this place is so well known for bed bugs that they ran an article in one of the Chicago newspapers about this shelter. So why are they still open? And why are they not spraying this place for bed bugs? And why won't they let you bring something in there for bed bugs? Isn't that something? Then she told me we went down the list, and she showed me another place that got mold. The mold in the bathroom and the showers. The mold was so bad, but one woman wound up with some disease, she told me, and she losing her legs. So why is that place open? Then another place she told me that to beware that there's a known sexual terrorist there. And in another place, one of the clients killed another client. Now, this is in Lincoln Park. These shelters are run by the Lincoln Park Association, which is a money area. This place is not an area that has a lot of low-income people. So why are these shelters in this kind of shape? And why are they ran like prisons? Because if they say you go into one of these shelters and it's ran like a prison and you don't follow their rules exactly, then they kick you out. Another thing she talked about was that how they make you try to fill out paperwork saying you need programs and services that you really don't need so they can get more money. And that's true. They do that in the mental hospitals and the programs that take care of group homes that take care of the mental ill. They make you sign up for programs and stuff you don't need. They make you have because when I was in Grand Prairie Services, and they were saying, well, you need this support. I said, no, I don't need that. Oh, yes, you do, Pearl. You got to check that. You need that. I don't need this extra counseling, even though I didn't get it. They put it on paperwork that I was. So yesterday when I was at the shelter, they had program tracks that you're supposed to sign up for. One was mental health and health. One was employment. And one was something else. And neither of them pertained to what I wanted because I'm not looking for employment. I'm not having any mental or health issues. And the other one, for whatever it was, it didn't pertain to me either. But she said I'd have to check one whether I needed it or not. She said check as many as you want. But I didn't need any. So she said you got to check one whether you want it or not. So I decided I would check employment. Just because I didn't want that mental or that health stuff, because I don't want no record saying that I need health or mental things. But she told me I could not check employment. That as a senior citizen, that they're not going to help me with employment. That I didn't need to check employment, that I have to check mental and health. Isn't that something? So these things, these places, they're supposed to be safe haven for the people in shelter, are killing them. They are. Now, I was there, and like I said, I was there all day. I left there it's dark. I got there at 12, maybe 12:30, and I left there about 6. Yeah, 6 o'clock. 6, a little after 6. And they prepared us some food. And let me tell you, this whatever they put in my food and in my apartment, it was on that pizza. And I know they're feeding it to these people in these shelters. And another thing that I want you to be aware of, like I tell you, they put it on your clothes, they put it in toilet paper when they contaminate your house. They are doing this to these people in these shelters. Because when I looked at the little bag that they gave me, it had sandwiches, it had a bottle of water. It had chips, and I have gotten to the point where this stuff that they give me, I can smell it. If they put a little on, I can smell it, but if they put a lot, I can smell it real good. And I've been into the pizza because this is what happened. I got to eat, so I eat the stuff. Even though I know some of the stuff is on it sometimes, and if they load it, I throw it up. It comes up, but I have no choice because I had to eat something, and I'm not worried about it doing anything to me. It might make me sick, but I got to eat. So I wind up eating. But like I said, if it's not a whole lot, like the shit they gave me a head on, and these things are already prepackaged. So we know our government is involved because these things are closed. They're prepackaged and they have the stuff on them already. And they're giving it to these people in the shelters. So the pizza, I had to spit out because it had too much. I ate the salad, which had it in salad dressing. And they offered me a cupcake. Nah, and I won mysteriously a box of chocolate Valentine candy. You know I ain't gonna eat that. Well, uh, I looked at the things that was in the bag that they gave us, and one of them were a pair of socks and some wipes, them wet wipes. Those are a lot of the things that they use to contaminate our bodies. Because I don't think most people know, but our feet has the most porous open cells on our body. So if they can, I think I've showed you guys in videos when I was at home how my feet turned black. A lot of time when I was being poisoned in my apartment, my feet turned black. I told you for walking on the carpet and other stuff. My socks were contaminated. Well, everywhere I've been going lately, they offered me a pair of socks. My cousin Vivian gave me a pair of socks. My cousin Charlene gave me a pair of socks. Ella offered me a pair of socks. Cause see, as I say, if you wash your socks and put them in the freezer, number one, wash them extremely as hot as you can get the water, or make the dry as hot as you can, and then put them in the freezer. It kills whatever it is that they put on. So I had just washed my socks, and Ella, even though I told her I had a lot of socks, she still offered me a pair of socks. And I wanted to take a video of my feet today because my socks are contaminated and my toenails turned black. And I had to keep working to keep these toxins out of my feet. But guess what was in the bag yesterday? A pair of socks. And even though, I tell you guys all the time, these targeted individuals don't even know they're targeted individuals most of the time. Hold on, I might be cut out. Let me check. No, I'm still going. But they don't even know they're targeting individuals most of the time. And uh, Ella's getting, I can smell it on her food. Ella's getting, these people that I'm staying with are being just poisoned as well I am. They're not going to take the time and separate my food or whatever they give me from hers. I can smell it on her bread. I smelled the same thing when I was at my cousin's house, Vivian's house. I smelled it on her bread, and I ate. She said, "Well, Pearl, I have they offer, they offer you the food. Drink some pop and make you a sandwich." Sandwich? Now I'll just digress for a minute. I said sandwich, but they offer you food all the time. People told me a long time, don't eat food from everybody. Don't let people feed you all the time. Well, anyway, I ate the bread and I threw up immediately. I made a sandwich and I threw up immediately. But as I said, she was eating that same bread. Now, at Ella's house, her makeup has that stuff in it. Her food has that stuff in it. So, to do a targeted individual, all of us are targeted. And they're getting everybody. It's in everybody's food. I can smell her food, even though I don't eat her food. They know I'm not eating that stuff when I smell it. She's still eating it. Isn't that something? That you think you're working for a system that's working against you. So, I don't feel sorry for her. I ain't gonna tell her that she's been infected with whatever they putting in, that whatever that is. the parasites or the toxins, whatever it is. I'm not going to tell anything. Yeah. Will she believe it? No way. But what can I say? But I'm going to this library. See, can I get on the Wi-Fi? See, can I use one of their computers to look up some information? And hopefully I can load up some videos that I've made in the previous few days that I haven't been able to load. All right, you guys. Be prayerful. Be safe. Be aware, be informed, and be prepared. And as I said, no, you know people make you angry, and you know they're your enemy. Still choose your battles, because you still might need them. Even though, because God said He'll make your enemies your footstool. So you still might need them. As I said, when they did David, and David was with that king, and David had to act a fool, act like he was crazy. And David worked for the king, acting like him and his men was raiding the king's enemies, and all the time he was raiding the king's people. So we had to act like we with him. But that's all part of war. We had to have some people on the inside to infiltrate just like they do us. And we had to keep our cool and play along with them. Because sometimes I get so angry, but I don't want to cut off my nose to spite my face. Because if I was the leader right now and I need a mailing address, and hopefully I can leave tomorrow, or Wednesday, but certain things you still need, no matter how angry you get. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Now, there are certain things you just can't take. You maybe have to use a little tact to speak up for yourself. But don't get angry. So angry where you throw yourself under your bus. All right. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye-bye.